Well, this is a good start. Well, this is a good start. It actually looks like the game's froze, just loading in. Let's quit. No, the Xbox button is so sensitive. Game. Oh, I've got a sound effect now, so we're doing better than last time. Oh, I've got a sound effect now, so we're just waiting for the game title to update whilst it's still loading in as well. So I'll put the game title in. Yeah, we're in, I think. We're good to go. Game titles there and everything. Right. Uh, so here we go. On the road, running on the Xbox Series X. And as you can see, straight away, we have, which I knew about already anyway. I knew this was the case. We have new working mirrors. Regardless of the teraflops inside this console, mirrors have been turned off across what looks like the entire Xbox ecosystem for whatever bizarre reason that is. I don't know. Because you get them on the PlayStation 4 Pro, PS4 Pro, and the PS5, obviously running in the PS4 version backward compatibility mode, but you do not get them on the PlayStation 4 standard, the base model. And on the Xbox, it's pretty much the same story across the entire spectrum of consoles. No working mirrors. They have said the working mirrors are going to be sorted. They're going to have them, but there's a high chance that you're going to have them on a slider option so you can turn them off or on. So if you are on a base console and you turn the mirrors on and it impacts the game performance, you will be able to turn them off if you prefer to have the game performance, because they did say the reasoning for the turning off of the mirrors on the base consoles was because the frame rate was taking a hit when the mirrors were activated. That doesn't quite explain why they decided to turn them off on the Series X, but that was their reasoning for turning them off for base consoles. So yeah, it was a very strange decision. Oh, tells if you turn your engine off, eh? And then let's get those lights on, so that turns on the tachograph up there for clocking in, which I'm not. I've just got my head around that on the PlayStation 5 last night. So for the sake of the stream, I'm not going to activate that for the sake of the stream. Right now, I'm just going to crack on with a few experiments that I want to run. I'm going to leave the nav system on the screen as well for the time being. Right, I need to put my card in the tacho system. I need to change the mode to driving mode, which you can't see it on that screen there, but it is allegedly doing something, because it will now let me drive, because I have now as good as clocked in and changed the mode to say that my shift has started. If I select the next mode there, the control unit at set mode, that will then have the sleep timer bottom right where it says 9 hours on my nav system start ticking down, and after 9 hours of drive time I will need to have a rest and a break. But like I say, for the sake of the stream, I'm not activating it. Right, map. Right, first thing is first on this is I am going to drive down to pick up, because when you start the game, or any fresh game on this, you can only have one save file, and when you start the game you get to choose, give yourself a name, give your company a name, give your company a logo, give your company a starting city or a city for the HQ, and also you get to pick which brand of truck you want from the offset. And the choices are Kaleidoscope, good afternoon. Sharky, good afternoon. So from the offset, starting a new game, you get to choose between the MAN truck and the Scania trucks. It's been well documented that we seem to have a problem with the Scania truck. So when you start your game, if you immediately go with the flow of playing the game the way I think it wants you to start off, by refilling this truck up and then going and picking up your cattle trailer, if you're in the Scania truck, when you get to the cattle trailer, you're immediately presented with a problem where you get in the cab of the cattle trailer. The problem being, you can't see anything. You can only hear. You can't see anything at all. Chris, good afternoon. Welcome. So, experiment today for me, because I've started with the Scania truck, because I had this issue last night on my playthrough on my PlayStation 5, and I'm 25 hours in. I checked on my profile on my PlayStation 5, it says I've sank 25 hours into the game, and I started building my fleet of trucks up last night, and I've bought 2 Scania trucks, and the problem seemed to come last night when I bought my second Scania truck. It's as if the bug is, I'm kind of reaching out here a little bit and clutching at straws, but the bug seems to be possibly when you own more than one Scania truck. Because I started with a MAN truck on my main playthrough on the PS5, I bought a second MAN truck, then I bought a Scania truck, and then I bought another Scania truck, and that's when the problem started. And I had to, if you watch my VOD back from last night, for the last half, the VOD is split into 2, because there was also I also had my second game crash. But on my last VOD, for the last 29 minutes or so, you'll see the problems I ran into, and I had to drive my truck blind with nothing on the screen, using apart from the sat-nav HUD, because that stays there. I had to use just that to drive from a short distance to go and get in another truck, because the game doesn't have any kind of teleportation or fast travel system. So I'm going to plot a route to go and get the cattle trailer to see if the problem... First off, it feels so weird driving without... Right, give me a second. One thing I've got to do. I mean, we've had snowfall here, and it looks like it's trying to come down really heavy. But at the same time, we have a hell of a lot of sunlight. I can't see. So give me a sec. There we go. It's better. Well, I won't be able to see when it goes dark, should I say. First time streaming on the Xbox with this new headset, so please give me feedback on voice levels versus game. Ooh. It sounds really low in my headphones, to be fair, the game audio does. So feel free to let me know if it's too low or too high or what or not. Alright, moment of truth when I get to the end of this road. Yeah, it was really interesting last night when I streamed it on the PS5, because that's obviously where my main career is gonna lie. Now that I've sank so many hours into it, the devs have been kind enough to provide me with another code based on the amount of feedback that I'm giving them. They kindly provided me another code this morning for the Xbox, so that I can run a few streams of the Xbox version, run comparisons. I'll also do streams of them once day one patch hits, to see where improvements have been made, and to see what the crack is. So, parking brake on. So yeah, my stream last night, with all intents and purposes, I pretty much reached a point where I said, right, I'm going to knock the stream on the head now. And then I bought a trailer, and I bought a Scania truck, and I was like, oh, it's put them in different locations. And it doesn't look like it's attached them. So curiosity got the better of me, and I thought, I want to go and drive my cab to the trailer and see what the whole attaching and detaching trailer system is all about. And that's when the problem started, because when I went to drive there, it was obviously being a Scania truck. I got in it, and I got the Scania bug, which you may see right now. Rogan, afternoon bud, welcome. So here we go, Scania truck, because it gives you the Scania truck because of the company getting into liquidation. Moment of truth, and there you have it. There is, for people that haven't seen it, the Scania bug. You get in, you can't see anything apart from on-screen prompts. I can move my stick around as I'm doing now, and nothing's happening. I can even start the engine. So the engine starts, and then physically, if I want to, I can drive it like this, using nothing other than the nav system on the bottom right hand side of the screen, which is what I had to do last night on my PlayStation, because I had the Scania bug 25 hours in, and I had this bug, and the only, through process of elimination and comparing what I've done, the only thing I can establish is it's because I own two Scania trucks. When I owned just the one Scania truck alongside my two MAN trucks in my fleet, absolutely fine. I must have played about 8 hours or more using just too many trucks in the Scania truck, flitting between the different vehicles and having my employees do the other jobs. The minute I got the second Scania truck, this happened. I got in the truck, I wanted to drive it to go and get the trailer, and this happened. And I couldn't at that point then, because I drove there in his Scania truck. When I got out that Scania truck that I just bought and back in the original Scania truck, the problem proceeded again. This is only if you go and get the cattle trailer. If you've not gone and get the cattle trailer yet, and you don't own any more than your original starting truck, or maybe if you've bought a second truck but you've put an employee in it, you may never see the problem. It's when you're going to get into another truck that I have this problem. So let's turn the ignition off. Now let's get back out. So there you have it. That's the Scania bug, and that's what they've had since day one. When people discovered that, bearing in mind I discovered it within... I got my code for the game last Thursday, and I streamed the game in the afternoon that day, and I discovered that bug within the first 2 hours of gameplay. I discovered that bug because I was streaming at the time, and I started the game again, but I picked the MAN truck. It bewilders me how we spotted it, and I've seen other streamers do the same, spotted that within so little gameplay, and yet they never spotted it during any kind of testing. So let's hope that I can get back. See, I can get back in that truck just fine. But I'm going to try a little bit of an experiment in a minute. I don't know if it's going to work, but I get in that. The first thing he wants me to do is get fuel, obviously. I can't, because I can't see where I'm going unless I try and do what I did last night and drive like Stevie Wonder. To be fair, I did alright. Rogan will vouch for me. I did alright. Just using the sat-nav system, driving with a blank screen like that, and I did alright. I only had a short distance to cover, but it was the only way to do it because there was no fast travel. The only other route out of it that I saw was to get one of my employees who was in a MAN truck to drive to me where I was, and when she arrives, kick her out of the vehicle so that I can get in her vehicle. But as we know, the game pretty much operates in not a real-time basis, but the journeys take a long time. You know, she was all the way south of the map and I was pretty much north in Hamburg. It would have taken a long time for her to get to me. Terms of service. Right, I'm going to try an experiment here, and I don't know if it's going to work. I'm improvising this as I go. So let's bring up the menu. Let's get rid of this first. Still can't scroll on the emails, by the way, on the Xbox version. No way of scrolling on that email with some of the text that is cut off. So we'll delete that email. It's the standard thing. I don't know if I can employ anybody yet. Or can't? Yeah, I can. Is the hit detection still off? Yeah, it's still off. Because even though now I've highlighted it, I'm moving the pointer away, it's still highlighted. Now it's gone off. If I go back down, middle of the button, can't activate it, have to move slightly to the edge, and then I finally find the hitbox. So, right, vehicles. I'm going to try something here, because I think we established last night, Rogan, did we not, that the trailers are universal. So, I've got the rigid box that I've drove here in. I've got my semi-tractor, and then I've got the trailer, which is hopefully a completely separate entity from the semi-tractor. So, I'm going to try, because I've only got 6,852 euros in the bank, I'm going to sell this. If it lets me. Please remove driver from the truck. Why is there a driver in the truck? Oh, it's because I'm in. Right, hang on. Hang on. Right, let's go back again. So right now I'm back in this. I'm back in the rigid box now. So if I go to the semi-tractor, can I sell it? And if so, how much will I make from it? Please remove the trailer from the truck. So how do you remove the trailer? Can I remove the trailer? If I can't remove the trailer, then I can't do this. I can't do what I thought I was going to be able to do. What my plan was to sell just the cab, keep the trailer, sell the cab, buy a MAN truck, drive the man truck down here, pick up the trailer, Bob's your uncle, you can progress with your game if anybody has started in the Scania truck and has now goosed themselves to be able to go and get this cattle trailer until they patch it. But I don't know how I can remove... I don't think I can remove the trailer. Can I sell the trailer? Maybe. Oh, hang on, hang on. Let's see if it lets me do it manually. Dipshit, I'm looking at doing it in the menu, and you actually do it here. The problem here will be is if I can't get down this side of the truck. Yeah, I can. Let's put the supports down. This is where Rogan said you need a crouch as well. Because what you need to be doing... Because you need to be looking at that, like the clamp on the back of the truck. Focus on that. You said last night, Rogan, there's like a green light. No, yeah, there was somebody in the stream last night giving a stick. Why you got this game early? Why are you streaming this game? You're not a big streamer like me. What? Did that do it? I thought I saw something flinch. No. Let's kill the engine again. I know what you mean now as well, but how I was, I must have struck lucky last night with it, Rogan. When I was doing that, because I really did strike lucky by the looks of it. Torrance with a gifted sub, thank you very much. 3 gifted subs in the channel, much appreciated, thank you. Oh no, I haven't done the sports, have I? Let's get out. Now let's see if I can hit the... Can I sell it yet? Or is it still attached? If I can't do this, then I'm a bit buggered. Because I can't even sell them as like a complete pack. Please remove trailer from the truck. On this side, it was on this side last night, wasn't it? Let me put the supports up. And then let me... I know it's a pain in the ass. Bear with me, guys. Like I say, this is all about experimentation, this one. Oh, we got light. I can see the light. Oh God, I nearly hit my truck. See, why is it now only giving me the option to board the truck? I had it then. See, last night when I did it and I got lucky, I was just edging forward. Edging forward. Right, hang on then. Just move him out of harm's way. So I turn the cab the other way. AC, afternoon, bud. Oh, it's come off. It's off. Right. Oh, now we're going to have to get in this truck first, aren't I? 'Cause it's going to say that I'm not... Right, there we go. In fact, I can stay in that truck. Do you really want to sell this truck? Yes. So that's given me 120. So I've sold the second Scania truck, the one that the game gives you free. It was a bit of a palaver because you have to detach the trailer. So yeah, it's a bit of a palaver. But now, if I go to vehicles, I've got an available slot for a truck. Can I afford? I can afford a MAN semi-tractor. So if I choose that and then buy it, so this is a bit of a workaround I've tried here, because my mind was overthinking stuff last night after I encountered the bug on the PlayStation, and I'm so many hours in. So if I buy that and get it over to Stuttgart, which is not far, go to logistics, let's plot a route to it. And let's drive this truck back there to pick it up and then come back down and pick up the trailer. And hopefully everything should be hunky-dory. Can I fit through there? I think I'd have the long way round. So there you have it, guys. I've found a little bit of a workaround for anybody that starts with the Scania truck and can't go and pick up their cattle trailer. If you've got enough money in the bank, go down to pick it up, but sell the front of... Sell the actual... The MAN... Not the MAN. Sell the Scania cab. Because it's in theory yours. It's been given to you through liquidation of another company, so it's yours. Do what you want with it. The game doesn't force your hand and say you've got to keep it for any period of time. I'm in a rush. I'm going to go through the lights whilst I'm experimenting. There's no penalty for them, so why not? I didn't realise I drove this far. I'm playing on the Xbox today, AC, on the Xbox Series X, and none of the Xbox versions have, at the moment, have working mirrors. Not even the Series X. The devs have very kindly give me another code this morning for the Xbox version. I actually asked for one the other day and they refused initially. I asked for some codes for giveaways and I asked for a code to try it out on the Xbox. And their response was, you know, it's the first time we've worked with you, so send us across your details to your channel and we'll let you know. And I've fed 2 batches of feedback across to them now. And I didn't expect it because I didn't ask again. I only asked a couple of days ago and I didn't bother asking again. I literally sent the feedback last night and then this morning I woke up to where, thanks for your continuing feedback, here's a code for the Xbox version for you to try out. So here we go, here's my MAN trucker that I've just bought. So I should be able to drive that to the trailer, attach it, and then I'm good to go. And I haven't got to worry about the game progressing bug that is currently present until the day 1 patch hits. Obviously they tick down in real time, even when you're away from the game. So there we go, I'm in the MAN truck and we're all good to go. We've actually got a screen that I can see and I can drive. So let's do the seat adjustment. Just a little bit backwards. I've sent 2 lots now, Steam. Afternoon, by the way, bud. I've sent 2 lots of feedback. The first one, I kind of bullet pointed some of the issues with the game. some of the bugs, some of the issues, and some suggested improvements. And they pretty much replied back saying, yes, that's done internally, so that's day one patch. That's been worked on. That we're looking into. That we didn't know about. We're going to look into it, etc. So they replied. And then I sent the other one last night because it was fresh in my memory. So I was still up at 3 a.m. this morning, typing away on the computer all the feedback and sending them a link to my VOD from last night when I had the problem with the Scania truck. Right, first things first on this is get fuel. So it's out of here and it's left then right. For fuel, then I can go to the trailer. Yeah, tell me about it, AC. I could, at the very worst, I could get a job in translation, so things are kind of come across the language divide. I do think initial impressions, Xbox Series X cockpit looks a lot sharper, and Rogan's said that as well during his stream. I think the textures in the cockpit look a lot sharper, a lot brighter as well, so that you can see everything. But I think the pop-in, not only on the cars, but on the environments as well. I think the pop-in is worse on the Series X. We need that camera inversion, don't we? They have said that's something they're working on. It's the waiting game now of when things hit, how long it takes them, timescales and whatnot. We as the gamers will get a good, true indication of how committed they are based on the timing of the timescales of the fixes. Right, I'm going to go through because we're not on any kind of bloody penalty system and I'm rushing to get back to get that trailer. I think I said to them last night in the email that I sent with regards to, because of how many of us have now got keys, how some of us, like maybe just me and Sharky, will be approaching it from a gameplay point of view, and Rogan, with his experience, real life experience of being a trucker, will approach it from a realism point of view. So they're going to get a good varied amount of feedback right across the board. I'm going to go through. Slap me with a penalty later. Paul, good afternoon, bud. Yeah, and I don't think they were intending to do a day one patch, you know. Some people who got early copies of it or were still streaming it on the PC, I think I've taken a wrong turn in here, you know. Yeah, I should have turned back there. I'm going to be naughty. I'll go around the block. Sorry, I'll go around the block. If I've got enough fuel, get me around there, he says. I wonder what happens if you're out of fuel. Because there's no fast travel as such, and there's no refueling trucks. So I wonder what happens if you completely run out of fuel. Yeah, so day one patch. I don't think the original intention was to get a day one patch out. I think they got a patch in the works, but they were building on it and building on it. But I think the bugs that have transpired, I don't think they've been left with any other choice but to get something out day one. But it's good that. I'll take that as a positive, to be fair, because it means they're committed, rather than sitting on the laurels and going, well, you know, we're not going to be rush out the patch because we're still working on it. We're not going to split what we originally had into two and release it in two parts. We'll do it when it's ready. I'm being naughty and going through all these red lights because like I say, I'm experimenting at the minute. For those watching, for those interested, I found a little bit of a workaround for the Scania bug, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that won't be present in a few days anyway. When it launches on the 11th, it won't be present. But if it still is, because we know what it's like, you know, we've been here before, we've had patches for games, and the patch comes out and doesn't fix what it's supposed to fix. SnowRunner, headlights, or we've had patches that make the game worse. Fix one thing, break something else, you know what it's like. So we'll keep fingers crossed. Right, I'm doing it next left, I'm doing. No, it was originally supposed to be the 11th. I'm not sure where Andy's getting his information from that, or whether he's got it based on the rumour that the rumour that I've heard that it's only Amazon so far have said that they're not getting physical copies until the 25th. So I don't know if that's the same across the board for everyone. But the original release is supposed to be the 11th, and as far as I know, the digital is still launching on the 11th. They've not changed any plans to move that release date. Unless they do it at the last minute, because I'm pretty sure a Truck Driver got pulled at the last minute. How ironic is that going to be? Two trucking games that release dates get pulled at the last minute, because I'm pretty sure I remember Truck Driver was supposed to be, I think it was June, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, with 2 days to go, it slipped to September. Andy's here. Shh. Right, let me just check. Because the game collection had got the cheapest price on this for the physical edition. So let me just check the game collection just quickly. On Road. Is it spelled like that, Sharky? Oh, Game Collection have changed theirs to the... Yeah, he's right, you know. Game Collection now have theirs down as the 25th for the disc version. And when all the rumours were originally flying around that Amazon were delaying it, Game Collection has still got theirs down as 11th, but for the physical edition now, it's now the 25th on Game Collection. Right, let me plot a route back to my trailer. See, yeah, that's where the rumours originally came from with Amazon. They just thought it was Amazon doing their usual. Because we know how many times Citrus got stung with, I think, games last year from Amazon where they were out for dispatch, and then midday through that day they were still out for dispatch, and then at about 3 o'clock that day, oh, your order's been delayed, and it turned up 3 days later. So I think everybody just thought it was Amazon being Amazon with games. Anybody check the release date on the Xbox store to see if it's changed? Nice one, Rogan. Because I wonder if they are going to do a truck driver and pull the release date by 2 weeks, with 2 days to go, 3 days to go. If they do, we've got a super advanced early access copy. Yeah. What will these pro streamers play if if they don't get a copy? The only thing that's baffling me at the moment, I know. Hang on a second, let me stop. I've got to stop. Where is this shadow coming from? Because that shadow is a bit odd. Don't know about anybody else, but that shadow looks a bit odd. Unless it is through that little window and it does have what I can't see. Some kind of mesh pattern on it. Next time I get one of them in chat, I might just say, "Gus, you're not worthy. You're not worthy, obviously." Well, I better not. It might stir them up. Rogan makes a good point about the windows, because the windows are not physically down; that the windows are up, and you've got no interaction to put them up or down. But when you do your head movement, you can literally just smash your head through the window. Oh, on the Xbox store it says currently not available, so I wonder if they've pulled it. Oops. Why is that like crashed into that like that? That's bizarre. Did I... Hang on. The supports have got to be down. Yeah. They are right. See, this is the thing you need to be looking at when you're attaching your trailer. That thing that highlights green there. But when the trailer's... when you're underneath the trailer, you can't get at it. That, what the hell is... That is lined up, surely. Have I broke this and put it in some kind of like dip? I think I have. Does it say currently not available for you, Rogan, because you've already got it, technically? That's why I didn't look. Right, I might have to do a bizarre thing here and actually sell the trailer as well. Because there's no way I'm getting under that. And the supports are down. Yeah, the supports are now up. Yeah, I'm going to have to sell the trailer as well. And hope that I get a good enough return for the trailer to actually just buy another trailer. I'm wondering whether I've put it in some kind of weird dip. Because they're just going through they're clipping through the ground. They aren't lifting that at all, are they? And I can't think of any other way around that. Right, experiment part 2. Cattle trailer. Let's see how much I get for this. Are you sure I want to sell it? Yes. That gives me 60 grand. Let's go to trailers, available slot. Well, that's good. You get a good return. You get the same return that you would get for selling it. No depreciation in value, so I can literally just buy it back. And when I buy it back, it will put it in the truck stop. Then I can go pick it up. So I'm doing a bit of toing and froing at the minute, but it's all part of the learning process and the experimentation. Stick a marker down for it. Zodius, good afternoon, bud. I hope you're well. Oh shit. Right, let's do a bit more road etiquette now, actually. He says. Demolition Dan, good afternoon and welcome. Hey, oh, there's congestion here. I'm alright, thank you, Dan. I'm okay. Oh, I'm speeding. Rogan will have me. Oh, it's miles better than Euro Truck. Miles better than Euro Truck. That's what we tell Vam anyway. Just to wind him up. To be fair, joking aside, I can't put it in the same league as Euro Truck just yet. I'm just happy that I've got a trucking game, a trucking sim of sorts on a console, because not everybody's got access to PCs or wants to game. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane. Or wants to game on a PC. So I'm just thankful that I've got access to a game like this on console. At the moment I'm playing it on the Xbox Series X. I have played it on the PS5 as well. Well, I've played the PS4 version on the PS5, which runs via the backward compatibility, so it's not an actual enhanced version for those consoles or for next-gen consoles. The devs have been kind enough to provide me with codes for each platform. The PS5 I've had for 4 days and I've been playing. I'm enjoying very much, and I've just started out on the Xbox Series X today. And I've just gone past me depot, so I'm going to whip it around. I'm going to be naughty, I'm going to whip it around. And I might crash when I do so because I've got no mirrors. All these extra teraflops and I've got no working mirrors. So yeah, this is the Xbox Series X version I'm currently running. So there's a lot of potential with this game, pending mainly that the devs stay committed to it and they don't throw the towel in. Standout feature of this game at the moment is the map, because let me just quickly bring the map up. It's a map of Germany. So, oh no, I've had a crash. Ding ding. I'm coming back on, pending he hasn't killed the stream. Rogan's had a hell of a lot of those when playing it on Xbox. In 25 hours of play on the PS5, I've only had 2 crashes back to the dashboard. Rogan, who's in the chat, is playing it on Xbox, and he had, I think, was it 6 in one day? Yesterday. So it does that. It has a tendency to crash back to the dashboard on the Xbox at the moment. Hi, Vam. There you go. See, Rogan's had 6 crashes on the One X and 2 on the Series X. And every time the game quits, and well, not crashes, but even when you actually quit out of the game and you save your game and come back in, it always resets your seating position, which is a tad annoying. That has been fed back. That is something else that went in my feedback last night. Is my card in, or is it going to tell me that I need to put it in? Nope, it's going to tell me that I need to put it in. Card in, change mode. Done. Right, let's go try and get this trailer. Anyway, let me get back to what I was trying to say before the game crashed. So yeah, it's got a lot of potential. The standout feature is the city. The city is really nice to drive on with all the roads. The long journeys can take a hell of a long time. I think it's taken us on average to get from the north, the furthest north to the furthest south of the map, around about an hour and 40 minutes, if not more. So the map's really nice to drive on. It does have licensed trucks, like Euro Truck does, so that's a massive plus point. It does have a bit more interaction than what Euro Truck does, in terms of the ability to get out of your truck. I don't think I'm fair enough back. And interact with the doors, the trailers. A feature that a lot of people like on this is the ability to do multi-drops, which, when I have done this, I haven't seen that go on. See, I wish there was some kind of sound to say it's gone on. Which that hasn't. Just get it back up. So I did get really lucky last night on this Rogan. I can't see the fifth wheel. When you say the fifth wheel, The thing underneath the trailer I can't see. Unless I turn the cab. Shall I do the old turning the cab thing, make it easy to see? Oh, hang on. Right, okay. What an absolute... Right. Can I test mode a second? This camera. There we go. You position your trailer like that, you can see the green wheel that is normally obscured. Right, now. Map a second. Left my other truck down there, did I not? Where did I leave my other truck? Oh yeah, the legs, yeah. Good call. There we go. Vehicles. But I can't get out of this vehicle. Say driver needs to be in a truck. Or player needs to be in a truck, I think. The players needs always a vehicle, right. So where did I leave my other truck? Did I leave it down at the farm? Well, I've only been 2 places, haven't I? Or can I get an employee? Yes, I can. Let's get Sonny. Oh, remember, the dialogue box is off. Think I left it down at that farm, yeah. I'm just drinking my coffee and I'm going to try and drive down there. Trying to remember where I left my other truck. Unless it's at my headquarters up the road. Right, I'm not adhering to road rules a sec. Again, while I'm full on experimenting. The AI, look at it, just keeps coming at you. There's two VAM. And I've gone the wrong way completely. There's two truck models we've got Scania and we've got MAN. Right, I'm going to U-turn it. Don't try this at home, people. Oh no, I can't U-turn it. I've crashed it into something. It's a good job I'm not taking this one seriously, isn't it? Oops. And now I've completely bust it. Beached it. I'm doing you a lot of favour. I'm showing you how to not play this game, but at the same time, I'm also showing you nice, cheeky little workarounds for some of the bugs in the game. One of which is quite a big bug at present, and would kind of knacker your progress in the game very early on. See, it's knackered the seat position again as well. Resets it every time. Right, come on. Let's get in the flow now. Let's get in the zone. So yes, Van, we have two truck models in the game, which I'll get on this straight, hang on, and I'll show you quickly. So main menu, vehicles, you've got the... Oh, I can't show you because I need an available space to show you the ones that I can buy, but at the moment I've got the rigid box, and I've got this one, the tractor, which you can attach a number of different trailers to, including the cattle trailer that I've got, a Gigaliner trailer. You can dolly trailers together. What would be interesting to try on this is to see if you can create if there's a maximum number of trailers that you can attach and create a road train, or whether 2 is the limit. So this is my company, but my truck is not here. So, right, wait, let me get my bearings now. So I need to go. The only other place I can think it is at the farm. Which is odd that it's not showing up. Unless... if I get an employee and put an employee in the truck, will it then show up? And then I can drive to it and get in it. Right, let's drive down to the farm. Or the abattoir, and if she's not there, or my truck's not there, should I say, then I'll employ someone and put them in it. See that drawing in the distance there? That's worse on Xbox, I think, than on PS5. But I do think the textures in the cockpit look much better on the Xbox. Hang on, I need to plan this out. So I'm actually turning here. I'm probably going to get clipped, and yeah, you would. Was my fault, that. Was my fault. Oh. Right, I can't get this way, I'm just checking. Get back in my other truck, get an employee in this one doing cattle runs for me. I hope it's down here after all this. So where the bleeding hell has my other truck gone? Right, employees. Available slot. Let's let's get that guy. Hire. Now, he isn't in a truck. Why does it not let me pick myself and put myself in the driving seat? Now I'll put him in the truck. Now let's see if he appears on the map. Yeah, back at my bloody base. What's all that about? Well, not back at the truck stop. Now, he hasn't got any jobs, so he should not move from there. That's bizarre. I've just planned a journey to that, but it's only stopped at this place. Let's get rid of that. Now I know one of the features of this game is the way that this game works is now I can see him on the map there. But when I drive to him, I won't be able to see him on the screen until I fire him from the truck, and then the truck will appear, I think. Then I'll be able to get out of this truck, get in that truck, and then employ him. Well, not employ him, but then put him in this truck. That's what I'm hoping. Or, in theory, me finding a workaround for one of the bugs, have I created another? So that it's made my original starting truck to disappear from the game. We shall see. Let's hope we get no more, touch wood, or not many game crashes during this session. So I wonder why the physical edition of the game's not coming out until the 25th anyway. I wonder if that's like a production issue. For their sake, I'd prefer it to be a production issue rather than an issue of quality. Because if it's an issue of quality, then you'd kind of be asking yourself the question, hang on, so why delay the physical edition based on quality control issues, but not the digital? It wouldn't be the first time that a game has been, a physical edition of a game has slipped due to production though, Because Dying Light, I'm pretty sure Dying Light 1 slipped on the PS4 way back in the day. The digital still released on the original date, but the physical was about a month later. Right, I'm going to park this. Well, I would have said there, but I've got a lamppost, so... Remember about the issue with the spawning of vehicles if you've got one too close. I'm going to park this just here. Right, so I can't leave that there, can I? No, they're all being donkeys behind. Wait there. See, not having a mirror, I can't... Ooh, you... I can't... I was going to say not having a mirror, I can't check to make sure the traffic is flowing. Right, the traffic is flowing, we're all good. Apart from him. Thank God this isn't my main playthrough. Right, so on the map it says that my other truck and my employee is here. They're clearly not. They are on the map, but they're clearly not. But if I was to give them a job now and say drive here, they still wouldn't appear on the screen anywhere here. But if I keep checking every now and again on this map, you'll see them move. You won't see them move in real time, but you'll see the progress that they're making to driving to the destination. But I don't want to do that, because what I want to do is to remove him from the truck, put it as none, and it still doesn't appear. So how the hell did I do this last night? I did it last night and I can't remember how I did it. It was a right pain in the ass, but I did it. Because that says my truck is there. So have I fixed one bug? Or not fixed it, have I got around one bug and created another? Quite possibly. And I can't, it won't let me sell this because I can't remove myself. No, because that truck is empty. That rigid box, which is nowhere to be seen on the map, is empty. If I click on that and say change driver, it only gives me a choice of putting the guy I've just employed in. If I go to the semi-tractor that I'm currently in and go change driver and put None. Unless, hang on, yeah, I'll put him in it. It tells me that I always need a vehicle. It won't let me put him in the vehicle that I'm currently in, because it's telling me that I need to be in a vehicle. But I haven't got a vehicle that I can get in. This is what I said last night, where I said that there's no fast travel in the game, so wherever your truck is appearing on the map, that's where you've got to go and drive it. So the only other thing I can think of, and this is the last thing I've got up my sleeve, this is pretty much my final attempt at this, is to stick him in the truck. He's now in the truck. Right, pick the guy I've just employed. Get him to drive to the headquarters. That is pretty much the last thing I can try, and then drive to my headquarters to see if he's there. And he's still stuck, even though you can get... I'm not being funny. How much road have you got there, dipshit? Oh, then he decides to move when I get back in the truck. Great. Drive down to my headquarters now, and hopefully that guy... This it? Yep, this is it. So I will... I'll park my vehicle in there first, actually, and see if it does the old... you can't spawn your vehicle here because there's currently already a vehicle present. Dumb AI. Right, I've got to kind of play the waiting game now, but it shouldn't take him that long to drive here, surely. Where is he on the map? So I told him to come here, and yet he's gone there. Now, is that where you parked yours and yours ended up on its roof? Looking like it was trying to ingest itself. As well. He hasn't got a route, has he? So he isn't moving from there. So the other worst case scenario was I drive round to him. Let's drive round to him. To be fair, I am running out of ideas now if I've created another bug by trying to cheat and bypass the Scania bug. It would appear that the only surefire way of avoiding the Scania bug is not picking the Scania truck at the start at all and having man trucks, a fleet of man trucks until they fix it completely. And look how this AI just keeps coming. Just keeps spawning in, just keeps coming, and if I just say, you know what, sod it, I'm going to just go and cut across, it will not stop. It'll just keep coming. It will not think, oh, there's a truck pulled out there, I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to give way and let him go. It'll just keep coming until it hits me. Right, I'm going after this truck. See? Just keeps coming. Doesn't stop, doesn't break, doesn't give way. They're popping on the shadows. Oh, hang on. Vehicle off. What the hell? Alright, so my guy, in theory, is... Let me just check on the map. Is still here. Somewhere. I don't quite know what went on there when I got at that truck. Anyhow, let's try this then now. The vehicles. If I kick him out of this, put none. Select. Now it shows that the truck is back at my headquarters. It's completely, absolutely baffling me at the minute. If I drive back up there now and that truck is not at that depot, then I'm officially done on this version of the game, because this version of the game, unless I broke it by trying to work around the bug because of an idea I got in my head, then this version is faring a lot worse than the 25 hours or so that I've currently sank into the PlayStation 5, without doubt. Well, in theory, Sharky, if you've put enough time into it anyway at the moment, and you build enough money up, there's nothing stopping you. Well, no, actually, don't do what I've just done, because it looks like it's created a bit of an issue, because I've just sold the 2 trucks and bought a man truck, and I have an underlying issue here, I think. I'm going to go through because I'm in the wrong lane anyway, so I'm just going to go for it. No, that is I would say, undeniably now, that is officially knackered, because that truck is literally in the middle of nowhere. Do you know what I think's happened there? And I've seen this on someone else's stream, that when you kick someone out of the truck, I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, when you kick someone out the truck appeared on the map. But when it did, it shot up into the air, all the way up into the air, then came crashing back down. So I'd be amazed now if there was somehow I could get to wherever that is, which I probably can't because there's no alleyways to get to it, to see if that has shot up in the air and landed on a roof somewhere in a really bizarre glitch. But yeah, I would pretty much conclude that this playthrough is absolutely buggered. I wouldn't even want to continue this playthrough by selling the existing vehicles that I'd got. I'd start the game again and I'd pick a man truck from the start. And I think that would be the only... And the game's crashed again. So, I've got some additional feedback to send to you. I'll put this down into words. Well, to be fair, to be honest, I was literally at the point then when I was gonna quit back to the main menu and start a brand new career, and I was gonna pick a man truck, and I was just gonna do the man truck, get the cattle trailer, and run some jobs and continue streaming, doing some jobs. But on the basis of what keeps happening with this game on the Xbox, that's a big no-no for me. So I am gonna continue streaming, but I'm gonna jump over to the PS5, and I may do some more of this, or I may jump on something else that I had in the works. But for on the road, on the Xbox Series X, that's all from me. I will be back. I'm going to make myself a coffee and I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes, guys. And I'll catch you then on a console with less teraflops but doesn't crash as much. I'm joking. Banter aside, I'm joking. So, yes, thanks for popping in. Thanks for tolerating that painful experience that currently is. And I